I'm 34 years old. I'm a Microsoft certified system engineer. I buy and sell real estate, for the last 5 years, and yet I'm a felon. Every year we deal with this issue. It gets shot down. The bills come up, the grassroots come out, and again, it's again next year. When are we going to deal with the issues like the $6 billion deficit, the proposed $7 billion in taxes, the $2 billion Medicare bill that's not being paid, where people who are in universal health care coverage now, the doctors aren't serving them. The doctors aren't taking the children to cure them. We also read about what happened in Cook County. They're closing down the free clinics. They're laying off doctors. They're not laying off Todd Stroger's sister, but they're laying off doctors that treat the kids, that treat the sick, and treat the poor. And I just want people here, is gun control really the issue, in this state?
It kills.
But is it an important issue to ruin the tax base? Is it an important issue to make citizens of the state like myself? I was born here. Should I be a felon for owning something I legally required? For getting a FOID card? I just ask you that. Do you see crime in Northbrook? Do you see crime in the suburbs like the city of Chicago?
One of the reasons why we probably don't, we do have preventative measures in place to prevent anybody from just getting a gun and having access to guns. And I don't think, it might be harder for us to do that every year, Carl, but I think, and I could ask for raise of hands of how many people would like us to continue to have gun safety rules and regulations in place. That's really what we're doing. So raise your hand if you think that's an important issue. Okay. This is our constituency.
But do you believe in gun bans? Do you believe that ban should happen?
What about the tyranny of democracy? If we all voted, that everyone over the age of 55 has to leave the country, and it passes the majority rule, that's not allowed. We have rights that are protected against the tyranny of democracy.
I have to make a decision. If this bill comes forth, do I violate the law? Do I stay here and violate the law, or do I take my resources, take my the work I do? Do I go somewhere else? Do I go to a state that doesn't have income tax, that doesn't have deficits like we do?
And why don't you explain this bill?
Well, 877 basically requires that within 90 days you have to register your weapons with the state of Illinois. It doesn't give you any privacy guarantees. It doesn't say who can have access to that information. And also with Chicago, which has the registration laws already, they already have confiscations. They've already had people go into those lists and steal from honest gun owners. And those guns have ended on the street. So, what guarantees are you giving us? But the bill itself is estimated to cost $300 million to do the registration. Would that money be better serving your son?